The archive, a desktop application that reimagines personal knowledge management as a living 3D workspace. So basically, the idea is that instead of storing your ideas in folders or lists, every idea exists as a physical object that can be arranged spatially, connected to related concepts, and organized with the help of an AI curator or agentic AI. So let us let us discuss about this project. It's a persistent 3D workspace where notes, tasks, and ideas and images exist as physical objects. You can place, carry, link them, and organize them by walking through the space. And with an AI curator that lives inside the world and actively helps to organize it. It has been built with React 3 Fiber, so it runs entirely on modest hardware, no dedicated GPUs required, and no heavy game engine installed. Uh, and most digital workspaces are flat folders, tabs, lists. The archive puts your notes, tasks, ideas, and images inside an actual 3D space you walk through, carry things around in, and physically connect to each other. The space remembers exactly how you left it, and AI curator embedded in the world, not a chat sidebar. Bold. So it helps you notice connections you might not have drawn yourself. So let's open it. So it has been opened. So I've already made an environment. This is related to the booking of tickets. So like basically when if I'm planning to if I'm planning for a trip, there has to be like booking of flights or applying for visa or like like an idea about visiting Kyoto's temple or a task to book flights or a budget note, etc. So these have been organized by me. So as you can see, let me show you how it works actually. Uh, if I press H, I get this bar which tells me what are the controls. WASD helps me to move and move up the mouse as per the position I desire. Like this is W, A, D, and S. I'm also able to see now as I place my cursor over the object, it gets highlighted here. If I click one, suppose here, note has been displayed, and if I click backspace on it, it gets deleted. Similarly, this is the task, idea, image, and I delete it because it's not required. If I have to like move an object that I've made, I put this cursor over it. I have selected E, and now I can navigate it. Now the most important task is to link your objects. So let's suppose I want to link book flights and apply for visa. So I place my cursor over it, uh, press L, and I press L here and it gets linked. Now suppose I have to move book flights again. So I've typed E and then I can move it, move the object, and along with it my links also get moved. So it remains intact. This is one of the key features of this environment. uh, Using space I can move up, using shift I can move down. Also now let us look at constellation view. This is a constellation view which allows me to look at it in a 3D proper 3D way, in the 360 degree, as you can see. And I press escape and I press continue back to the main screen. Also I can rotate, since it's a 3D environment, I can rotate the objects. Like suppose I want to rotate try authentic Raymond, so I press E and then I press Z, X, so it does get rotated, and I place E again to place it there. Now Let us use agentic AI here. I press G and it will ask the curator to suggest the organization. It's thinking. So these items are related to planning, logistics, and sightseeing itinerary for a trip to Japan. So I am accepting the links as has been suggested by the agentic AI. I've used an API key from Gemini model. The model name is Gemini Flash 3 Preview, and as I press yes, it gets linked up accordingly. And now I press T. I may ask questions from it, like suppose um, let's say which is the most disconnected node. I press enter. Your budget under $2000 is feels the most disconnected, acting as a solitary financial constant while rest of your space focuses on specific. So we can read that out and it gives you the response. So this is talk to curator, and this is these are my controls. Now let me go through the let me explain the tech stack and the architecture of a project. So basically the project is built using React 3 Fiber for 3D rendering, Zustent for global state management, and Electron for desktop application. There is no backend server. Everything runs locally, and only external dependency is LLM API used by the curator. I have used React 3 Fiber because it gave me React's component model while still exposing the full power of Three.js, which made building an interactive scene much faster. So looking, these are the controls. I have already explained them and demonstrated them. Uh, this is my architecture file in my README. So you can see this this part. Uh, every feature rendering, persistence, object manipulation, the AI curator, even the atmosphere reads from the same structure, and there isn't a separate graph representation. The graph is simply the collection of links stored inside each object. uh, and also why I've used Zustent is basically since every subsystem needs access to the same world state, Zustent acts as a shared source of truth. The renderer, the curator, and the persistence layer never maintain separate copies of the data, which eliminates the synchronization issues that I was facing earlier. Uh, and as I said, as you can see, the application uses pointer lock controls for immersive first-person navigation. So instead of traditional mouse clicks, I continuously raycast from the center crosshair. Every interaction like pickup, rename, delete link is based on whichever object the user is currently looking at, as has been demonstrated successfully. Talking about AI curator, curator isn't just an API wrapper, it's like a physical entity inside the world. And the every animation frame it evaluates this priority chain, chooses where to move every, which makes the behavior appear intentional rather than random. Talking about persistence layer is abstracted. Basically, inside Electron, it writes to disk through the preload bridge, while in the browser, it automatically falls back to local storage. The rest of this application doesn't know or care which implementation is being used. So yeah, this the this is what my project is all about. Thank you. And also, I would also like to talk about the no limitation. Basically, object geometry is simply primitive per type rather than rich for object visuals. There are also future scope of this project. I may use files. Uh, Basically, that nodes can be used to store files, which will be uh, used to create an immersive experience. But it will take time and efforts. So this is for future. Thank you.